is a disorder of structure or function in human, animal, or plant, especially one that produces signs or symptoms or the effects of, that word again. Specific. I don't want to say it though.
It's okay.
Location, it is not simply a direction, result, or a physical injury. Gangrene. Symptoms. It's a bacterial disease. Gangrene is a condition that occurs when body tissue dies. It is caused by a loss of blood supply due to an underlying illness, injury, and or infection. Fingers, toes, and limbs are the most often affected, but gangrene can also occur inside the body, damaging organs and muscles. This is a beauty queen. A teenager who almost died after contracting gangrene has become an international beauty queen by being crowned Miss Eco UK. Alantha McBride was told by doctors if she had been taken to the hospital a day later, she would have died. She was 14 when her appendix burst. She showed no symptoms and therefore had no treatment, leaving gangrene to build up in her organs. When she finally was released, there was a problem. Doctors found her bowels and intestines were matted with gangrene, which forced the doctors to drain her stomach, which left a huge scar, which she still performs with that scar. The stages of gangrene. Kind of like just starts making a hole where you can see your blood. Pathogen called Clostridial mycosis. Blood plays a very important role in your health. Not only does it transport oxygen and nutrients throughout your body to feed cells, it delivers disease-fighting antibodies that protect your body from infection. When blood cannot travel freely throughout the body, your cells cannot survive. Infection can develop, and tissue can die from gangrene. Any condition that affects blood flow increases your risk of gangrene. Treatments. Dry gangrene. Dry and shriveled skin that changes color from blue to black and eventually sloughs off. Cold and numb skin. Pain may or may not be present. Symptoms of wet gangrene may include swelling and pain at the site of infection, changing skin color from red to brown to black, blisters or sores that produce a bad smelling discharge, pus, fever and feeling unwell, a crackling noise that comes from affected area when pressed. 6 years of path-breaking medical research has borne fruit. Indiana will soon have its own drug to treat bacterial infection or gangrene in deeper wounds. So far, the drugs have to be imported from overseas to export purposes. The history. As early as 1028, fly maggots were commonly used to try chronic wounds or ulcers to prevent or arrest neurotic spread. As some species of maggots consume only dead flesh, leaving nearby living tissue unaffected, this practice largely died out after the introduction of antibiotics, ultra and enzymes to the range of treatments for wounds. In recent times, however, maggot therapy has regained some credibility and is sometimes employed with great efficiency in cases of chronic tissue necrosis. The French Bordeaux composer Jean-Baptiste Louis contracted gangrene in January 1687. While conducting performance at Toulouse, he stabbed his own toe with his pointed staff, which was his baton. The disease spread to his leg, but the composer refused to have his toe amputated, which eventually led to death in March of that year. Former King of France, Louis Symptoms: the distinguishing characteristics of typhoid fever illnesses and high fever, temperature around 104 Fahrenheit, feeling generally weak and achy, headache, loss of appetite, rash, and sometimes diarrhea or constipation. These symptoms usually begin within hours to days of digestion. The containment substance may go away on their own within a week, but if left untreated, may last a couple of weeks. Girl who thought it was just the flu. 3 months after I arrived in, this is from her. 3 months after I arrived in Delhi for a semester-long study abroad program, I was lying in a hospital bed with a fever of 103.6. I provided a stool sample into a cup and everything, and the next day after I come out of a feverish haze, the doctor told me I definitely had bacterial infection. His exact words were, "There's a lot of bacteria in your stools, lots of bacteria," which much to my and my parents' chagrin, I had contracted typhoid fever and was about to get really friendly with the Indian healthcare system and lots of salmonella. India is known for waterborne illnesses. There's a saying, boil it, peel it, cook it, or forget it. It's easy to get sick in India, and it's worse because they don't have a good healthcare system. Here's the stages. How does the pathogen enter the Salmonella paratripyi? The bacteria that cause typhoid fever spread through containment food or water and occasionally through direct contact with someone who is infected. In developing nations where typhoid fever is endemic, most cases result from containment, drinking water, and poor sanitation. Treatment. Typhoid fever is treated with antibiotics, which kill the salmonella bacteria. Prior to the use of antibiotics, the death rate was 20%. Death occurred from overwhelming infection, pneumonia, intestinal bleeding, or intestinal purification. With antibiotics and supportive care, mortality has been reduced to 1% to 2%, which appropriate antibiotic therapy, there is usually improvement within 1 to 2 days and recovery within 7 to 10 days. The history. Some historians believe that typhoid fever was responsible for a widespread plague in Athens in 430 BC, which proved fatal for 1/3 of the population, including the leader at the time. Percussus, his successor, Theridates, also contracted the same disease. Although it did not prove fatal, Jamestown, an England colony in Virginia, is also thought by some historians to have died out as a result of typhoid fever. The fever proved fatal for most than 6,000 settlers between 1607 to 1624 and may have been responsible for eliminating the entire colony. Military and war environments have often been subjected to the presence of typhoid fever. Throughout history, in excess of 80,000 soldiers died as the result of typhoid fever or dysentery in the American Civil War. Likewise, the Spanish-American War led to infections with typhoid fever, both on the field and training camps. Genital herpes is a viral disease. Symptoms. The classic symptoms most people associate with genital herpes are sores, ulcers, and ulcers, all of which can also be called lesions. These classic lesions of genital herpes often resemble small pimples or blisters that eventually crust over and finally scab like a small cut. Stage 1, itching, tingling, burning under the skin. Stage 2, small red bumps begin to blister. Stage 3, fill with fluid, break open, and begin to sting like a normal blister wound. Cold sores are much like herpes, but will not go away. Teenage wrestler claims he got herpes from infected gnats after infection ends sports career. Blake Flovin was a wrestler competing in matches for South Bay High School. The 17-year-old from San Jose in Texas has called for action after he was infected with the permanent herpes Glodorium virus. It is known as mat herpes, and it is one of the most infectious forms of the disease. The wrestler Blake Thorne, 17, is trying to get the word out about herpes Glodorium, which can be spread by skin-to-skin contact, the exchange of saliva among wrestlers. Flovin believes he contracted the virus during a recent meet. He said the diagnosis ended his wrestling career. "I don't want the other kids to get this." Flovin was quoted as saying, "It's not worth it to put the wrestlers at risk when it is totally preventable." Flovin added that the problem stems from students who wrestle while infected and try to hide their diagnosis so they can compete. His family was contracted health officials, but herpes is not among the disease that must be reported, the story states.
Ethan and Carolyn Zastro, please come to the high school office.
How does the pathogen enter? Pathogen is herpesviridae. HSV1 is usually passed from person to person by kissing. HSV2 is most often by vaginal sex and anal sex, but just as HSV1 can affect the genitals and cause genital herpes, HSV2 can pass from one person's genitals to another person's mouth, resulting in oral herpes. Treated medicines can reduce the duration and frequency of herpes outbreaks. Or don't have sex. Remember, this is something that can't end, be cured. History. Herpes virus infections have been prevailed as early as ancient Greek times. Hippocrates is known to have described the contagious spreading of herpes simplex lesions in scholars of Greek civilization. Define the Greek word herpes to mean to creep or crawl. In reference to the spreading nature of the herpetic skin lesions, even Shakespeare is thought to have been familiar with recurrent herpes, simplex lesions, and their transmission. In Romeo and Juliet, he writes, "Queen mad to say, or lady's lips, who straight on kisses dreams, which oft the angry mad with blisters plagues, because their breast was sweet mets tainted are." Nonetheless, it was not until 1893 when Beidel recognized that human transmission of herpes simplex